get a lot of deaths very quickly by accident.
Yeah. I'm not expecting too many deaths from this group of runners. These are all very, very solid runners. So I only expect to see really cool tricks and execution from them. For those who aren't aware, when we say hard mode or hard item pool, that simply means that certain progressive items such as the golden sword and silvers are taken out. We're not going to be seeing those, but we're off to the races.
Yeah, so it is a standard race, so that is something to talk about. All of our runners are going to need to start by going through Hyrule Castle. That does mean that they're going to be hoping that they find a bomb somewhere through the initial escape.
That is right. And there's two things we could potentially be looking for there. We're either going to be looking at the prize packs, which the bombs and snakes share, and then the rats also have their own prize pack. And potentially, if we get a boomerang or hook shot, we can maybe get that from a stun prize. A little classic sword start.
Yeah, so if I saw that correctly, our guards will not be dropping any bombs. I think I saw an arrow.
Yeah, those are arrows. Yep.
Yeah, so that means there's no bomb there. So we're hoping we either need to get a stunning item or the rats need to be dropping it. Otherwise, we're going to be stranding the back of escape until someone decides to either walk through this all again, which is a pretty heavy time sink that I don't think we're going to see our runners do, or we're going to wait for a glove.
Yeah, we're not going to see a walkthrough because we already have the glove from Link's chest.
Oh, we have a glove. Oh, okay, well, we can just drop back down later once we have a bomb. I missed that one already. But I was checking up on some other things.
So that very well could affect their decision to farm things in general. Because, like, some of those item pools, like, if they see, like, a heart and a fairy drop in order, they may have to farm a lot of rats before they find that first bomb drop. They may just say, I have the gloves, I can come back later. It's quicker to walk through the sanctuary entrance and just drop down. So, we'll see.
Yeah, but, I guess the fact that the runner is going to sword early is nice. So this is, I think, a good time to mention to anyone that might not know. The way hard pool works, they do only have 3 swords, as was mentioned earlier. But there are 4 swords in the pool. All 4 swords are somewhere in the world. It's just the 4th sword that will turn into a green 20 and not be a sword. So our runners are a good way towards the items they actually need to finish the game in terms of swords already.
Yep, and that's true for the other progressive items I was mentioning earlier. And it's not that there are 4 swords in the world and then one of them has already been turned into, say, a green 20. It's once they found those 3 other swords, whatever the 4th one was that they didn't find, it dissipates into a green 20. Same with their mirror shield and their silver arrows.
Yeah, so that's definitely something to keep kind of an eye out for.
Nothing too crazy going on right now. The runners have been picking up some arrows from the drops, and they have their small key. So, trucking along, and they all have a blue bottle.
Yeah, I was going to say, the nice thing is that they have a bottle, so that when they get over to Kakariko Village, they'll already be able to check Sickit right away.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at the times. It looks like Vortex of Doom's got a slight lead on Fear Agent right now, as well as Raids, and then GFE may just be a little bit off because of the timer at the moment. Otherwise, they all seem to be pretty close to each other.
I think that's something you normally kind of expect to see from a standard start.
Yep. All right, moment of truth. What do these rats have?
Yeah, this is going to definitely be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. What's that first drop? That first drop is super important. Watching Vortex's screen here.
Yep. Hey, wasn't there someone who bet 10,000 of their channel points on it being a magic item?
don't know if it was 10 magic or not magic, but yeah, we had a really big bet right at the starting of the screen on the prediction before the race started. Oh, Kina Samaria in there. That's nice. That definitely is going to allow us. You mentioned earlier we might see some.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Is there?
No, sorry, I forgot the snakes were in the same. Oh, that's a heart drop. So
It's a heart on
bombs.
Vortex. Yeah.
We need to see a fairy now.
The only thing.
There it is. They have the
There
bomb.
it is. Yeah, it's a bomb. It is 5 kills in, but it is a bomb.
Yep.
But yeah, that's. You were mentioning earlier, we may see some glitches and other things from these runners, and the Canis Amaria is definitely going to help us see some glitches. That is the key to a number of them.
Yeah, I think it was a restream or two ago. I saw someone for the first time do like a Samario arrow and magic boomerang splash delete, like all in succession.
Oh yeah.
So,
I do have to jump in and say we have a new prediction going on in chat. So race game, will it have a good item or will it have a junk item or a trackable item? Was it one of our key items? So that's something to keep an eye out. If you got some channel points burning a hole in your pocket there, definitely take your guess. You want to take a guess here, Jack? Is it going to be worth something?
no.
Yeah, that would be my guess too, which is a good portion. I think that's 28. Yeah, it's about 20% of our points. Oh, I lied. That someone just bet like 20,000 points on junk, I think. So we're there's a strong there's like 10 times more points bet on junk, which I feel like it is a lot of the time. Yeah, it makes sense. Trackable versus junk, just as Drossie's mentioning, it's so that we don't have to debate whether a boomerang is a good item or not, or a key item.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and which boomerang? The good boomerang? Who knows?
Yeah, what's considered a key item?
Yeah, I feel like whenever I approach the race game, it's either Moon Pearl or junk. Like I feel like it's that's the binary. It's rarely something else.
I can agree with that. It's either something super important that whoa, look at that green rupee in the forest. Definitely want to get that, right? No, okay, Vortex didn't get it.
Vortex, what are you doing?
No, that's a game-winning 1 rupee. You know, if he gets the Zora 1 rupee short, I'm gonna laugh. But apart from that, yeah, you don't go get that.
This looks like the tier 2 tree pull is some blue rupees, so we probably won't be seeing that anymore.
A little nice to get a little bit of money at the start of the... Ooh, the crab was rupees, is blue rupees as well. It's nice to get a little bit of money at the start of the game. Just make sure you have the 100 rupees for bottle vendor while you're here, so you're not coming back. But beyond that, it's not a huge deal until you have to get to Zora.
All right, we're getting our first look at Blind's Hut. What are we going to find in here?
There's a lot of items, but I'm going to wager a guess on nothing. I don't know why. I feel like it's nothing today.
It's just all junk, all the way to the maze.
Hey, you know what? Rupees, we're going nothing. Rupees, 3 rupee chests. Rupee chests. It's nothing. It's nothing.
I mean, hey, it's merch money. Maybe the merchant has something. Oh, there's a master sword. There's a sword.
Okay, I'm gonna say I was only talking about Blind Hunt main, not the back of Blind Hunt. That's a different one.
Totally different chest.
Yeah, hindsight cast here.
Certainly on the spoiler logs, it's completely separate from the rest of the items, much like Mini Moldorm or Hype Cave. Exactly like that.
So, I guess when we talk about that, they technically have enough swords to finish this game now.
They do. Yeah, they might as well be in Go mode. Go straight to Ganon right now.
I don't think any of our runners is really hoping to do Master Sword Silverless Ganon, because that takes a heck of a lot of spins that they don't want to do. So that's the other one. I think that since they don't have silvers, that Temperate Sword becomes... Ooh, sorry, I gotta jump in. Vortex, using the Good Bee. If you drop the Good Bee near the bottle vendor, he will give you 100 rupees, which is how much it actually costs to buy his item, which is the Titan's Bit. What a chain there. I'm being interrupted by my own cast here with what Vortex is doing.
Yep, and we did also pick up the ice rod in the well, as well as a third bottle. So,
Wow,
this
this
is
is.
that from all of our runners.
But that good B is a really good trick to get some early money. Get rid of that early B, get that money, and buy his item with his own money. Magic powder on Sickid. GFE also doing the rupee grab.
Yeah, with the amount of safeties they've got already, I'm not too worried about these folks in hard mode, because at this point, between powder and 3 potions, they can refill us whenever they want once they get the flute. Like, they're good to go.
Hold on a minute here. Most of our runners have 3. Okay, they have 4. Like, most of our runners have 4 hearts. If they go into Dark World right now, things are going to one-shot them. It doesn't matter how many potions they have.
There are things that can one-shot, but most things, it'll take 2 bites out of you to get you all the way. Oh, here's our maze game, or race game. What do we got?
Yeah, race game. The prediction. Is it? Nope.
Ah, yeah, it's
Nope.
junk.
Not trackable. So those 70,000 points instead of the 7 are going to win. Unfortunately, that's, if you voted for that, you're not going to get much because the other side wasn't very populated with points. But it is junk.
Not too much deviation from the
Where did we
runners.
get mirror?
A mirror was, I believe, in the back of Tavern.
Yep. Oh yeah, yep. There it is on Raid's screen. Okay, I totally missed that.
I caught it, but we were goobering, so.
This is why we gotta thank our trackers. So tonight we do have Professor Pixie and Arteril helping us out, and the trackers get a lot of credit because they're the ones that stop us from making ridiculous comments on not noticing items. And that's a lamp on Vortex's side.
Ooh, I did see someone in chat earlier saying now we need to find a lamp. Well, there you have it.
Okay, so I've seen a lot of these runners race. I don't think these runners needed that lamp, to be honest.
Yeah. But we've got
sure
a big first divergence here. Left versus right from Vortex and Fear Agent.
An early Akina play. That's not something I normally see. It's an interesting choice on Vortex's side.
I like it. It's something I would do.
It's not something I leave Akina until I have another reason to come over here. But the amount of times that's bit me because Akina has some important go mode item. It's a piece of heart. It is not worth checking this side, unfortunately.
Sorry, Vortex.
Vortex will take a time loss. That does not count him out in any meaning of anything. And if it was something important, he would have gotten such a large lead that...
Oh, and GFE actually making the same play too, except going just a little bit further.
That's a long walk to see a piece of heart on the ledge. But
yeah, looking at the tracker. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm looking at the tracker. It doesn't seem like there was anything in Mini Moldorm, unless the tracker is just behind.
No, I don't think. I took a look at quickly. I missed most of it, but I don't think there was anything there.
Yeah.
I think a lot of runners they normally. Oh, there was a bow. That is an important item. Potential. Okay, almost always an important item. Let's take that back. They cannot get silvers, so technically, depending on if Pod and Eastern or crystals, it might not be an important item, but the runners want it.
Yeah, I think we're about to get a map check probably from Fear Agent right here.
Yeah, how has no one checked the map yet? Someone check the map, please, because we'd like to know what we're talking about.
We're not. We're just gonna go over there.
I don't normally check my map until I do a lot of. Raids took a death.
Oh, raids, and none of those 3 bottles had a fairy.
No, we have had map checks.
And all of us
according to chat. And it just looks like they weren't updated. Well, I wasn't looking, and it looks like they're just not updated for us either. So that's something. We're gonna cast blind today. Let's just pretend this is Key Sanity and our maps aren't helpful.
Okay, chat is suggesting that it's 2 regular crystals and potentially just a regular pendant on Hera.
Oh, then it definitely makes sense. Going to Eastern. You have a bow, you have a lamp. Like, go clear Eastern. You're going to need the crystal. You have the items to finish it. Why not do it?
It seems like mostly everybody's on the same page. We do have Jiffy, not behind by any means, but I think was just doing some other things first. Oh, it was me going all the way over across desert is all it was.
Yeah, the ice... I don't know if everyone else checked Ice Rod Cave. I'm not sure if everybody did it. Getting a shield in Eastern.
Yeah, small shield, yes!
Oh yeah, definitely the most important item our runners were looking for. On for any new viewers, that item is very unimportant to our runners. That's another one. It's considered a trackable item. It's technically, by that logic, an important item, but our runners don't care.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of that I ever use the small shield for is when I'm walking to Swamp Palace and I want to block that one spear thrown by the pig as I'm trying to walk up to it.
But I mean, even if you get the second or third shield, it helps in some ways if you're learning. There are certain bosses that it helps. Stuff like if you're doing the blind fight, you can block some of the shots as you go up. But for this tier of runners, it's not that important. The only place that like a shield might help is a mirror shield, which they can't get anyways on Laser Bridge.
In this mode. Yep.
But
yeah, but you're right. Yeah, fire shield's nice for things like Landmo 2, blind, a couple other small situations like also the Gan Tower Gauntlet with that one room with the Medusa.
Yeah. But I do think the runners that we have on screen today, it's really not going to be that important to them. They're comfortable without it. Fear Agent getting a nice bounce off the enemy there to get the chest to show up right away. Takes a little bit less health to bounce off that enemy there instead of the Any-Fairs. Vortex going for the same thing. Also gets it. It's a nice little... Yeah, it's a nice little trick right there. It saves you a little bit of health, saves you a little bit of magic, which is the other thing. Because Any-Fairs drain your magic if you get hit.
Oh, missing the kill on the Igor there.
That can be a little annoying.
Gets it on the second try.
It's kind of interesting because we have all of our runners in the same dungeon simultaneously with 4 runners on screen.
Just waiting for one of them to get a hammer so they can go straight to TR and clear it. No, just kidding. They still need medallions.
Yeah, there's a lot for our runners to go looking for here. Fear Agent going for the quick kill here in the top left on Armos. As I finish the sentence, Fear Agent is done.
Very, very good, clean, quick kill there.
Vortex about to do the exact same thing.
Boom. Nice and easy.
And there's Vortex is done. So now the question is, now that Eastern's done, where do you go?
I'm trying to think where they could go. They have the lamp, they have the gloves, shovel. Mountain climb is a possibility. And until they get the hammer, they can't really do much with that powder.
Yeah, never mind. I was going to say something that was wrong, so let's not go with that.
How dare.
Well, I stopped myself right before I said it, so we're okay. Nobody knows what I was going to say.
because if there's nothing on the mountain, Zora is in play as well. Aga is in play right now. Even though that would be gross because they don't have the Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl on Pyramid Ledge. Yeah, that could be something. We do have the shovel. The shovel could be something.
Good.
That would feel so bad. Like, how often do you go rush shovel at this point?
Not very often. I mean, I might on a whim, but I think what Vortex and Fear Agent are doing right now, which is getting their lumberjack check-in routed with their climb up the mountain, that's a better check.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, GFE getting another quick kill as well.
They're all so good.
I totally missed Raid's fight, so that's how fast it was. I didn't even see it.
That's how fast it was, yeah. Blink once, and you missed the map check and the fight.
It's all like 3 map checks. It's not like we have 4 volunteers working on this, right? Oh, no. we have a prediction. Hold on. Moon Pearl will show up before or after...
After 20 minutes.
Aren't we after 20 minutes?
So I think that was the result. That was the result. 20-minute mark just passed.
The result. I see.
Yeah.
I missed that go up in the first place. Oops. I try to comment on those as we go, but for any reviewers, do keep an eye out for those predictions in chat. We do have some mods in chat helping us out with that. But yeah. So what do we got the mountain checks going? Oh, Pod, Skullwoods, Reds, Thieves Town was green pendant, and I think Ice Palace was the other pendant.
Yeah, Pod and Skullwood were the Reds, and then it was Thieves Town, and
yep,
there it is, Ice Palace. Yep.
Yeah, Thieves Town was green, Ice was normal pendant. So there are all of our crystals and pendants. So just as we're catching up with all of that, what does that mean? That means we don't have to do ice. That really doesn't help us. I don't think that really removes any item from the required pool.
It makes the fact that they're in Tower of Hair right now feel a little bad because of the pendant being there, but that's like the most of it.
And we don't have a hook shot, so we can't even just hair box at the top. But
we have Fire Rod for the basement. And lamp, but
I mean, our runners are not going to do the basement until they have to at this point. There are only 2 items in this dungeon. If they can find the 2 items before they have to do basement, which is such a slow check, they're not going to do it.
I know, maybe one of them will prove us wrong. Oh, mushroom! That could turn into a Moon Pearl. Mm-hmm.
So we got shovel. I don't think anyone's checked shovel yet, right? So we have shovel and
Raids checked it, and it was a red 20.
Oh, that's not helpful.
Nope.
We have way too much money this season. Almost all of our runners are over 500 rupees already.
Yeah, they're ready for
Raids
Zora.
Somehow behind. Yeah, Raids is somehow a little behind, but I'm sure he will catch up. Hey, Raids skipped the bug net. What are you doing? That is the most important item to beat Aga.
Oh, yeah, Raids was the one who checked shovel, which is why he is where he is.
No, but he just walked right past bug net. And again, for any new viewers, this is a joke that is not required.
Only if you want to be really pro at Aga.
Yeah, you can use it to defeat Aga. It is a lot harder than spinning a sword, just because of the timing and the delay. But ooh, we got a prediction from a viewer in chat that a sword is going to be behind the mushroom. That would be rude. And Fear Agent finishes up another boss.
Nice. Blue pendant.
Definitely very important.
Yeah, Mold's definitely giving Fear Agent a lot more trouble.
Hold on. Moon Pearl was the big deal there, more than the blue pendant.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you're commenting on the. I looked away, but that's the Moon Pearl.
I looked away for a second. I only saw the thing drop.
No. There's something significantly more important than the blue pendant on that moment.
Oh man, no, I was accepting the blue pendant. Now it's a pet.
Hey,
now.
you know there could still be a required item on the pet.
We'll see.
So that blue pendant could actually be even more important than the Moon Pearl, but I doubt it.
Does also mean that none of them have to do the basement because we also found the mushroom in there. But
yeah, so nothing in the basement. Don't have to do coffee break strats. That's unfortunate. You know, it's called coffee break, but I always use it as a water break. I always have a glass of water on my table and gotta hydrate, right?
Yep.
So yeah, Fear Agent going into Dark World, kind of what I would expect. We're gonna see Vortex follow right in his footsteps.
Curious if my Vortex maybe forgot bottle or something there.
Skullwoods is fully completable. So we are going to see Fear Agent do a relatively common strat. Go straight to the back of Skullwoods. There are only, again, 2 items in Skullwoods. So if in these back 3 checks you find 2 items, you don't even have to enter the front at all. Which is nice. And if you don't, at least you have a few small keys to help with a little bit of the routing, because there is a potential to get stuck in the front and have to save and quit, and that is a relatively major time loss if it does happen.
Yeah, that is true. Also, if they manage to find the hammer. Oh, yep. Oh, ballsy. Finds 1 item.
Does he? Okay, so he's just gonna ditch after that 1 item, go to the back. That's fine. Gets that extra check.
Yeah, you know, I like to do that too. It's quick enough. I also like to do the big key chest while I'm like passing by it as well. And then I'll usually do like the bridge chest, and I'll save that for like my 4th check after Mothula.
Yeah, so speaking of Mothula, you got to remember these runners are going into Mothula with 4 hearts. To anyone that hasn't played this game, this is not an easy boss.
Yeah, especially when green mail is kind of forced here. You don't have blue mail going to this fight, so anything from Mothula does 2 hearts to you. The little spikes, 1 heart to you. Fear Agent can't get hit once or twice.
Yeah, like this is a rough fight at this health and done. I have confidence in Fear Agent to complete this. That does not make this any easier, and even if he makes this look easy, believe us when we say it's not.
Big old
I don't like this boss with twice the amount of hearts he has and better mail.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have the safeties from before.
Yeah, but you gotta use them in that exact moment. It's a pretty tight fight, and Fear Agent does get Mothula down. Gotta give that up for a really good fight on Fear Agent's side. Now the only thing I'm going to recommend, keep an eye out for Vortex, because here we go again.
We get to see the show 4 times in a row.
Yeah, wow, this is very linear. All our runners go in the same place. I guess the game is pointing them in that direction. They can't get into desert. Eastern was fully completable on a crystal, so it makes sense to do that for Vortex. Very clean fight.
Yeah, I think that was a double fire rod hit.
But what I was saying was Eastern was fully completable and a crystal, so you go there first. The only place you really have left to go is Tower of Hera, which leads you into Dark World, and Skullwoods is fully completable as a crystal, so why not do it? It looks like I kind of missed what the item was there, but it looks like Fear Agent is maybe
the big key chest. I think it actually was a vanilla big key in the big key chest.
Yes, it was. But what was under the bridge?
I think a small key.
Okay, so there is still what? Yeah, okay, so there is 1 more item left in this dungeon somewhere. Yeah, there's a comment about a pet check. Unfortunately, we cannot do it until we find book, which is the same reason they actually can't get into desert.
I thought they were correcting me for a second. Like, no, it was the book under the bridge. What are you doing, Jack? Can't you read? No, I can't. I don't have the book.
So we are going to see Fear Agent. Check the left side. Oh, there's the item. Not important. We're out of there. There is nothing in Skull Woods. See, here's the thing. I would still do the front floor of Thieves Town, but you don't go into the back, right?
No. I might.
It's
It's
a pendant, no hammer.
No hammer. If I found one item in the front, I might be tempted. But otherwise, I would probably, like, in all other cases, just pass it up.
Sorry, we do have double Mothula fights on the bottom sides of our screen.
Oh, well, we have one Mothula fight on the bottom of our screens.
As I try to bring attention to the runners who are doing pretty good fights here, GFE finishes.
Okay. Thank you. It's spooky when you only have those 2 hearts left because one touch from Mothula and you're out.
Yeah, come on, Raids. You got this. Okay, there's the 4th. Wow, not a single... You know, you were right earlier that we're not going to see any deaths. 4 Mothula kills at 4 hearts with no one dying. That shows you the level of runner we have on screen today.
Yeah.
That's a hard fight.
And Fear Agent, I think, actually entered that fight with 3. And even though we have runners who have 5 hearts, I believe they both entered the fight with 4. So good performance from everyone around.
Yeah, so that's a good moment to do remember if you're enjoying what you're seeing to follow the runners, give them some support. It really does help them out. But so we're going to get a graveyard ledge check here on Vortex's side.
There's some love. I believe this is our first Village of Outcasts check, so... Hey, good old hammer. So, now the question is, now do we do Thieves Town when it's green pendant and we have the hammer? I think it'll depend on what we see in the front here. That's one item. Okay, so there's going to be at least 2 items in the back.
Oh, flippers. That is an item that will stop us from glitching a little bit on Vortex's side. Means no fake flipper. Yeah, that's not actually a nice logical path. You had to turn in mushroom to get flippers.
Yeah. And
Ew.
Yeah, there's only 2 items in the front for Thieves Town, so I agree with you. I wouldn't go any further, even though they do have the hammer at this point.
Yeah. There's 4 items. There's 4 items in Thieves Town overall, so there's 2 in the back, but it's dependent. Like, it feels... That's one of those... It takes so long, but it's decent because there's 2 items. So it's that weird... You're taking a
bit
risk.
Of a time sink, though, and you can always come back later. It's not a huge deal. Like, Flute will come around eventually in this seed. Myers required. So
it actually, yeah, it is a good point that actually it's 3 items in the back as a green pendant.
Yep. Yeah, green pendant does make an additional 3rd item. Yep.
Yeah, you're saying that Flute will come around. What if Flute's at the back of Thieves Town? Or on green pendant?
Well, wouldn't that be spicy? I believe this is our first Zora area check. I haven't seen anything too exciting so far from there. I saw a piece of heart right there. GFE following Vortex, and I think Raids is following Fear Agent at the moment. Yes, Ped could still be Flute.
Yeah, so there is still a potential for Ped, but we shall see as we go.
Do have Fear Agent making good use of that mirror. Oh, and the newly found hammer to do at least the start of the blacksmith chain. We'll see how far they go with it. I would imagine all the way because they haven't touched the South Dark world yet. So
yeah, no, I think you go all the way with that. You also have mirror, so you can get a few of those checks along the way. Full heart. It's, on hard pool, it's nice, but
chat asking if you need a hook shot for IP. Not necessarily. Sometimes all you need is Cane of Samaria to do Ice Palace logically in Randomizer.
the logic in Ice Palace is such a confusing set of criteria that I don't blame anyone for not knowing that whole mess, because I never know what's actually required unless there's the one specific set of keys that actually hook shot required.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, book. Wait. Smiths have opened up a printing press.
Oh, wordsmiths. I like it.
Yeah, so now what is the question? Now, see, we got book right after finishing everything at Skullwood, so you're not going back to trick Pet at this point. So you're just, as a runner, I feel like I would just be praying it's not anything important.
Yeah, I feel it's like raw intuition at a certain point in the seed where you start going, oh no, this is a Ped seed, but I don't feel like we're at that point yet.
Well, we have the items to potentially complete all the Ped dungeons. Logically, to be clear, because we definitely can complete all the Ped dungeons either way.
But who wants to do that when you could do Ice Palace? Which, oh, that's a pendant.
So there is a question in chat. So Ped being either the pedestal or the pendants, one or the other, you will need the 3 pendants to get the item off the pedestal. I guess it can be confusing to someone new because it's the same short form, but yeah.
Now, am I missing something? Did GFE not get the hammer? No, I think I just saw it right there, right?
I wasn't looking. So we'll find out soon. Because it's going to be needed in, the next room? GFE has switched to the mirror instead of the hammer. So
Hammer. So GFE skipped Sea House? Yeah, pause menu. Okay, you caught it. Cool. Chat caught it. GFE skipped Sea House.
That's
Little spooky.
I have to say that's an accident, right? Like that, there's no way you skip that on purpose, right?
No, and I saw this in the last race too. Someone skipped the brewery, which was their lamp, and it was just like they're like, "Oh yeah, oops, I missed it." And yeah, it definitely just happens sometimes. You try to route Village of Outcasts in a certain way where you, especially when you have pendant Thieves Town, where either you go from left to right or right to left, and sometimes it's not the way you normally route it, and you just forget the one thing because you thought you already did it.
Yeah, I definitely say that I've seen it. The last time I saw a game last week, same thing. Someone forgot one chest in Ice Palace, and it just happened to have something like a cape, which was actually important.
But you know, GFE, maybe this ends up being like an otherwise like good play. There could be something down here that any other runner won't find, and GFE is only going to find it because like they were pointed here because of, you know, just a mischeck.
No one else is in there, so we don't really know if that turns into anything. If that chest is something important, that could be really bad. Even if it's not, it's something that kind of weighs on your mind as a runner, that you skipped that one check because you didn't have hammer. And then if he eventually finds it or realizes what it is, it's going to feel super bad, because then he's going to wonder if it was something important that he decided to skip. Or actually, not decided to skip, but
And I believe Raids is giving us our first look inside of Desert at the moment, with Fear Agent following closely behind.
Another dungeon with only 2 items, but could be something important.
Could be, and I mean, it's a crystal, so it's 2 items you gotta get anyway.
Yeah, get it done. It's a small key, no big key. Gonna go for the right side. Raids didn't check the torch yet, did he?
Torch in Ice Palace? Oh, so I'm looking at GFE. Raids. No, I don't think so. Because Raids went and grabbed the center chest, got the small key, and then went right. Because typically you don't check the torch chest unless, like... I mean, you just check it on the way back, because if you grab a key off the front...
I don't think he got the big key, so I think it's...
Oh, is it the big key on there?
Locked?
Where's Raids going?
Yeah.
And I just missed what Fear Agent got. Oh, it is the big key on the torch.
No, yeah, that was a small key. The one that Fear Agent just walked into was definitely a small key. It's a big key. And there's only 1 item in the front so far. So there's 1 item on either the big chest or the boss, and then the other one's compass or map. Vortex on his long walk with the purple chest. Raids doing his Agina check, and GFE going
maybe somewhere. GFE maybe realizing they skipped Sea House.
Maybe.
I don't see.
Could be.
Yeah, because I don't see Book on their tracker either. Because what was Book behind hammer pegs?
It was on Blacksmith.
It was on Blacksmith chain. Okay. Well, let's see.
I had to think about that for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, GFE completely skipped Village of Outcasts.
Oh, he skipped.
And tried to make the big brain play of doing Ice Palace first, I guess. Yeah, no Thieves Town, no Village of Outcasts. Wow.
The Village of Outcasts. It's a play. Like, it's definitely in these races. You make that gamble sometimes. You decide to do something else. I definitely kind of want to ask him at the end, why Ice Palace?
You know, I appreciate it. I love those kind of plays.
No, it's definitely a risk-reward play. If it turns into something, then it's great. I'm just curious what made him do it. So I'm kind of hoping with an interview at the end we'll be able to talk to him about that.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how far they push their gambling at this point, because they've already made 1 big gamble that didn't pan out. Maybe they'll be the one who go all the way into Thieves Town that we haven't seen yet. Because at this point, you might be feeling a little bit behind because you made a big brain play that ended up not having a lot behind it.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything in there. So what are we really looking for? We're looking for the flute, the boots. Okay, well, that's too many items. The flute, the boots, the hook shot, and medallion. At least 1 medallion. That's a lot.
Yeah, and potentially some medallions. We don't have the hook shot either.
Yeah. No.
We're looking for a good amount.
Yeah, hook, boots, flute, plus at least one medallion. As viewers at 45 minutes, it's actually a lot missing for 4 runners who've taken some variation in their routes.
Yeah, the one big variation was the skipping Village of Outcasts really early for your GFE, and I believe Vortex had some, deviation from the earlier in the seed. But other than that, like everyone's kind of like going in the same direction. But we do have 2 runners in Thieves Town right now, so, or no,
Wow.
I'm seeing two Hellways at the same time on 2 different screens, but they're 2 different dungeons.
It's 2 runners in pod, but
no, it's GFE who just went through a Hellway in Thieves Town.
yeah, but I'm saying we have 2 runners in pod.
Yeah, we do have 2 runners in pod. Yep.
But Vortex just got the bad news that Desert is boots locked.
Yeah, and
So
I think it's what I predicted with GFE is I think GFE is really trying to dig into these pendant dungeons after that Ice Palace play.
Yeah, Vortex accidentally just walked right off the path there. But to get some viewer interaction, where do you guys, to the viewers, please let us know in chat, what do you think our next progression is going to be? What is it going to be, and where do you think it's going to be?
I mean, it could have been that Quake we just found. Who knows?
Very well could be, but let's
We don't know yet.
ignoring the Quake found in pod, can we make other guesses on items and locations? The first guess we get from chat is Quake in pod.
What about these boots we just found? No, I'm kidding. We did not find boots in pod yet.
As is this chest on Fury Agent side.
Oh.
Ether. Okay, now don't guess Ether in pod either, please.
Okay, can you please guess Bombos in pod?
How many people are going to guess Bombos in pod now?
Start a prediction. Just kidding.
Flute on Trinex as a guess from chat. That I feel like that's just being mean to the runners, but it's it's possible now. We have 2 medallions. We might be able to get in there.
All right, Blind, do us a solid. Oh, well, there's a green pendant.
I didn't even realize GFE was in that fight before he finished it.
Oh yeah, they did the script. They know what they're doing. Ah yes, thank you, chat. Blind is blink and you miss it.
Yeah, it's Blind has a script. Blind will do the exact same thing every single time you enter for the first time in a seed. If you know what you're doing, it's super fast. Fear Agent is heading to the back of pod. Raids is probably not long behind, and Vortex has joined our runners in pod. So now we got 3 runners in pod. GFE, what are you doing not in the same dungeon as our other runners? Where is he heading off to? Digging game.
Digging game, yeah, because if he skipped all of Village of Outcasts, he probably hasn't done any of these southern Dark World checks yet.
So this room that Fear Agent is going into right now is the moment I'm really happy when I have a lamp.
Yeah, I struggle with this room. I don't know. There is a script, and when I script, like, there is a way to reliably do this room. You hear the door click, and then you hop in and do like a certain sword spin strat. There's a reliable way to do it blind, but if I have the fire rod at least, I'm comfortable with that room. But yeah, blind, I just don't know how to do that script that most runners know how to do.
I've done it blind, but not on a script. And here we go, Helmosaur fight with Fear Agent. going
Come on, bombos. Come on, bombos.
You're hoping for all of her medallions in here?
All our
That could be a
medallions in one
thing.
place.
That would guarantee Turtle Rock is beautiful. The only problem is, can you imagine right now you go all the way up to Turtle Rock figuring you have 67% chance of being good and it's bombos?
Ooh, that would feel bad. Well,
we know
Pod
it's-
was a bust, other than the 2 coins.
Yeah, it's not Pod. We know it's not. It's likely not Ice Palace. There is a small chance. I didn't see how many items GFE got from it. There's a small chance there's something still there. Another fight on raid side. Is Talwasaur.
We do have the mountain play coming out from Fear Agent. At this point, you know, you can pretty much do all of right side, which they haven't been able to do yet, because they didn't have the hammer the first time they came up here. And route in both the Dark World and the Light World together. He'll be able to hop down. Well, he'll go down Spiral Cave first, take the Dark World portal at the bottom, and then you'll see some mirror routing, I'm sure.
That's definitely a good way to do it. Something of note is that we do have both red crystals now, so Pyramid Fury is open.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah, I got that from one of our trackers, Arturo, from Chad. Kind of pass that credit along. Yeah, could Hookshot be in Swamp?
I mean, it could be, but I don't think anyone's gonna prioritize that over the mountain.
Oh, left side Swamp Hookshot. Yeah, that would
Except for
be
GFE at
cool.
this point. I think GFE might do it.
That might actually give GFE an advantage if like Hookshot's on left side Swamp. Hookshot and Flute are big. So right here on Fear Agent side, we are about to find out a very important medallion question. Can we do Turtle Rock? And we can!
We can.
Oh boy, that's a whole bunch more checks. There are 5 items in Turtle Rock.
We'll save it for later.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
This isn't the routing I'm used to seeing. When you have mirror and the mitts when first entering the right side of Death Mountain. Most of the time, I prefer to go to the bottom, either via Spiral Cave or Hookshot, and then I will open up the portal and then use the mirror right in front of the Paradox Cave entrance. And then that way you can do the 7 checks in Light World, drop down, and then climb up in the Dark Mountain and do Super Bunny Cave on the way up. So to see this mirroring here in between Super Bunny Cave and whatnot, now this drop down here, very curious to me.
I think it's going to end up being about the same because now he's done Super Bunny. He's going to do this. He's going to come up.
He's going to come up in the Light World. Yep.
Paradox Cave, and he's just going to take the portal that's right there anyways.
Yeah, so ends up being the same.
Vortex finished Talmasaur.
Nice job, Vortex.
Yeah, good job. We I think we just saw the Pyramid Fairy check on Raid's side, which was not anything important.
Nope. Well, there's a
Then we
B.
got a bottle? Did we get another bottle?
I think they checked what the bottle refill was, and it was a B.
Oh, it was a B. I see. That's not very nice, Fairy. We wanted a potion, not a B. It didn't even look like it was a good B. I think it was just a B.
It was just a B.
Raid, that Fairy is eluding raids a little bit on screen there.
Oh, I missed those first 2 checks in Paradox.
Nothing. Consumables are pieces of heart.
Ooh.
That was the very useless Paradox Cave top. Nice bomb jump on Fear Agent side to go back up. We're getting Vortex checking Pyramid. Very. Vortex is taking the big bomb on a bit of a tour.
Oh, he's gonna blow up the hobo? That's a new strat. I haven't seen that one before. Here's the timer. Phew. Okay, I was mistaken.
I figured that would be okay, but wow, that's a bit of a world tour on Vortex's side. Not world tour, but you know, longer tour for the bomb than normal. That's not something I think I've ever seen before, so that's kind of cool. I guess at the point where runners normally have 2 red crystals, they've checked that check under the bridge. But on the note of new checks, we do have Fear Agent in.
Yep, Fear Agent's the one to watch right now. And good job, Fear Agent, remembering you don't have the hook shot, so you don't press up on accident.
You mean what I do every single time?
I do it 50% of the time.
Yeah. It's autopilot. Like, you're so used to going up, because how often are you in Turtle Rock without hook shot? How often do you want to be in Turtle Rock before getting hook shot?
I mean, it's not the worst thing.
Well, actually, what just happened on Fear Agent side is kind of a good reminder. We're still looking for boots.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, we're still looking for good old boots, the hook shot, and potentially bombos.
That would be rude, Meyer and Bombos. You do all this work to find flute somewhere on something ridiculous like Trinix. We did have a guess about flute on Trinix earlier. You look for something as ridiculous as flute on Trinix, and then you go over to Meyer and find out, ooh, the Chain Chomp ate a Samaria block Fear Agent in a precarious health potential loss position, but gets to do it.
Yeah, but a cape will make up for it. It makes the
Chain
seeds
Chomps
nice and cozy.
Yeah. Chain Chomps are not polite enemies. So how do you feel at this point if you find out it's a pet seed?
There's still some other things left to do. I mean, there's still the rest of Turtle Rock. When Fear Agent exits here, he's going to probably go to Spike Cave, clear that out. And then after that, did we see Green Pendant turn in from GFE? I don't see anything on GFE's tracker that says it was anything good.
I don't think we've seen him turn in yet. But that's kind of weird because he's in pod.
Yeah.
So maybe we did. I just missed it.
So I don't think it'll be a pet seed just yet, but I do think it's starting to look more and more like something's in Swamp Palace. Even without the hook shot.
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely not saying it's a potential pet right now, but just as we keep eliminating more and more options,
I think that's the point
increasing the weight of a pet seed.
Yeah, I think that's the point though. Like if you go through Swamp Palace and still haven't found anything, maybe that's when you just start, pretending it's a pet seed even without having checked with the book to see whether it is or not.
I mean, Thieves Town is a pendant. You can opt to just go up and check pedestal before deciding to go in and do.
That's true. That is true. Good call. And it looks like Vortex of Doom also did not make the same mistake of forgetting I don't have a hook shot. Good job, Vortex.
We spoke about Fire Shield earlier. Fire Agent just found it.
Oh.
Or Fear Agent, Fire Agent, Fire Shield.
Fire Agent.
Fire Agent finding the Fear Shield?
He's evolved with the new shield.
Woo! Sword.
Hey. I think that's going to be all of our runners' third shield or third sword. Oh gosh. Now we're all over the place.
Hey, we got a new prediction started in chat. Don't know what it is yet, but take a look, see what you're guessing. Medallion for Meyer. Take your guesses.
Better guess Bombos.
I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be Quake. But the guesses are Bombos versus not Bombos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, you definitely have a better chance of it being not Bombos, as there's a 67% chance of that. But remember, with channel predictions, you will get more points if you guess the thing that is less guessed, and you're right. So, if you guess Bombos, not only will the runners have a much harder time, but you have a chance of winning a lot more channel points. We found boots.
Hey!
Turtle Rock was important. We found boots. We can go finish desert and get one more item.
Oh, thank heavens. If we had the flute, that would also mean Meyer access, assuming it's not Bombos, which only our poll will be able to tell us.
The only thing I kind of got to say is, look at that. Laser Bridge had progression. Again. How often are you looking for that one last thing and you don't want to go to Turtle Rock? You finally get there and you're like, okay, fine, I'll do this, and it's the last item in Laser Bridge. And it doesn't matter which order you do it in, it's always the last chest you pick. Hey, we actually have a higher number of channel points on Bombos right now. Look at that.
Hey, good job, channel. I'm proud of you.
Our viewers
we all
want
know
to
it's
see
Bombos.
a longer seed tonight.
We've got 3 runners in or out of Turtle Rock right now, and then we've got GFE doing their thing. You know, they had to do they didn't have to, but they chose to do the gamble of the Ice Palace and Thieves Town dips, which is why they are where they are at right now. And unfortunately, neither of them worked out, so they're just gonna keep trucking along for the time being.
Oh, you know, I just had a thought. If it's Bombos and Bombos is on the left side swamp with Hookshot and Meyer, I as a runner, I would never want to see that.
Are we gonna find Hookshot in Hookshot Cave? Fear agent. Fear agent.
Are you doing it? Are we gonna see a hover?
Are we going Super Saiyan?
Watch fear side. Floating.
Oh baby!
So much work for 10 bucks.
Now we've got something spicy going on.
What are you? What's? Oh, fighting the right position. Nope.
Well, that 20 could have been any one of many things at this point, because they have all the other items, except for.
Yeah, could have been a sword, could have been a mail, could have been one of the potential hearts, because it is. I think it's 14 hearts.
14 hearts, but most likely it's the same heart.
But there's also a specific max for pieces of heart and whole hearts. So Fear Agent might have hit one of those already.
Yep. And also, it could have been a shield as well. It could have been anything.
So no advantage to hovering today, except knowing that there's nothing in there. all that effort for 10 arrows. 10 bombs, 10 arrows.
Here's that spike cave check I was talking about before.
Yeah.
It's the only thing other than the hovering. Like
10 more arrows?
10 more arrows. Here we come.
If it's 10 arrows, I swear I didn't jinx it. Don't blame the comms. rupees.
How many
about as
arrows
helpful.
can you afford with that? I don't know.
That's less helpful than the arrows at this point.
So Swamp Palace?
Yeah. Or pet.
Swamp Palace, and I forget if they got if Fear Agent routed Southern Dark World before or after getting the book. I'm not sure if they did the Black Chain.
Wait, desert.
Oh yeah, desert. That's right. Where the 2 items are.
One, I believe. I think we found.
Oh right, because is there one? Did we find the both map and compass on the right side? Okay, you're probably right.
No, there was one. There was either map or compass we found. I think like rubies.
Oh, gotcha.
The red ruby in the first chest, and then we found small key and the map. So we're gonna go in. We're gonna grab the big key, check big chest. It'll be a compass or an item, and then the boss will have the other. This has been some interesting locations, and we're actually looking for still at least 2 items. Hey, look, the big key. We would have never guessed it was here.
Never would have guessed. Not by the fact that they all entered here and left through the right side.
But no one looked at it, but everybody knows it's here. Vortex finishing up Trinix. Flute.
Oh, well.
Oh, okay.
I think we're about to find out what Misery Mire is pretty soon.
And the Mire check as it's Bombos. If it's Bombos, that basically puts it in Swamp or Pet. I think we've checked everything. Oh, you know what? Hammerlocked in Ice Palace is still open.
Oh, yeah, because we've only had GFE go in there. Sans hammer.
Hammerlocked it. Oh, that would be bad for GFE. Just like the fact that you've already gone through all of Ice. You're going to think there's one, maybe 2 items left in that dungeon, depending on the locations. Probably don't want to go back in there. Gonna last locate that.
Yeah, I would certainly just like write it off at this point, unless I was like feeling like back against the wall. This is a pet seed now, and I just started gunning for it. But again, you were correct earlier. It's just quicker to check pet. If that's the route you wanted to go.
Yeah, it's too big a time loss to find out it's nothing. If you're at least already in the Kakariko village. Yeah, I wish I knew how many items we found in Ice. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Getting a Landmo fight here.
Landmo fight with no magic, so got to do the old spin strat.
With Tempered Sword, it's not that bad.
Raids, no! I hope you have a fairy. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Where was Raids?
Raids is on Laser Bridge right now.
Ooh, safety door?
Yeah, safety.
Yeah,
yes.
safety door.
Safety door.
Okay, so
Good.
That's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. And you know what? When you go in with that little health, yes, open that door. 100%. It's a nice save and quit spot. If you die like that, you will just respawn at that door. That is
I think that one
so
was
much
intentional because they had the burnout on and they turned it off.
Yeah, I mean, you have 2 hearts.
Yeah,
reset
reset
to 7, so you can go to Trinix with more than 2 hearts. Definitely taking death there on purpose, for sure.
First look at King's Tomb.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I don't think I've seen another runner come in. Oh, boots,
No, because we found the boots up in Turtle Rock.
Then Bunk Rocks?
Maybe.
Yeah, Bunk Rocks. And flute activation. We just got the flute, got to turn it on. Unfortunately, the flute will not be of any use to us until we get the duck.
Raid's got to be careful here because I think Trinex might kill him if he gets touched. Green male, 4 hearts. No, Raids is fine.
These runners, come on. Look, they did the
These
4-heart
runners.
Mothula fight.
Why am I doubting them? They did 4-heart Mothula.
Yeah. If they can get that, we're fine. Tempered Sword Trinex, we're okay. If it was Master Sword, maybe, but... And there's... So, Fear, where will the duck take you?
I mean, it's got to be to 6.
Yep. Meyer check. And the end of the poll, the item is Quake. Yeah, that was my vote. I'm actually not sure I said it out loud, so that that might sound like hindsight, but I was thinking. I swear I was thinking. Oh God.
Ooh, is that? Oh, that's
Go
not
mode?
Swamp Palace. No, Swamp Palace is crystal. It's no mode.
It's go mode. Yeah, it's no mode. Yeah, it's no mode.
Because Fear Agent doesn't have the flips yet. Fear Agent's got to turn in that mushroom.
Got to go to mushroom. Okay, so at 1 hour and 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 10 minutes and 30 seconds, probably when we noticed, chat and the viewers are in no mode. But so the big question now is, when does Fear Agent go get that mushroom turn?
I also just noticed Raid's going for the hover strats as well.
More hovering. Yes, all for the hovering. Watch Raid's hover. This is a very hard trick for anyone that doesn't know. Like this is not an easy trick. And okay, good.
I don't even bother with it. Raids was able to get at least 1 check using that trick. So a little bit of information gained, but it won't ultimately better that they dip out sooner rather than later. As we know, it's all junk in there.
I think there was someone in chat mentioning. I think it did mention Quake earlier, so I'm gonna take that. But so here's the thing: when do you check mushroom? Like, I guess you can finish Mire. The problem is you finish Mire, you finish Swamp, but Fear isn't in go mode. Like, you're wasting so much time on these dungeons, not knowing that you are actually good to go.
I mean, in Fear Agent's case, like, after he finishes doing Mire, which he's probably going to full clear, I didn't see him going to Checkerboard Cave unless I'm mistaken. So Checkerboard Cave is still on the map. And then from there, like, it's got to be just out of the way checks that he may have skipped. He already did all Northern Dark World. I saw him do all Southern Dark World. I don't think I saw him do Bombos Tablet, though. So I think he's just going to start hitting down on those out of the way checks before doing things like Ice Palace.
So I got to say, first of all, Vortex doing a very nice Pengator room. The double bomb, very quick kill. But my question is, Vortex, what are you doing in Pengator room?
Oh, chat's correcting me. Yeah, Fear can't do Swamp Palace. But Fear can do Ice. Oh, yeah, correct.
But Vortex, why are you on Ice?
Oh.
Like, just why are you on Ice?
Maybe Vortex is getting that GFE energy.
Quit, like,
making a power play.
It was such a beautiful 2-bomb. There's that really quick kill with 2 bombs. Pengator room, you got to get it perfect, and it's great. It's not perfect, but, you know, you got to get the bomb locations. It looks really cool, but, like, I just don't know why he's in this dungeon. Like,
yeah, especially when these few chests that Vortex has checked right now, Hookshot can't actually be in those first few. It can be in this chest right here,
but like,
I believe. But no, it can't be in that chest either. Yeah, logically, it couldn't have been any of those chests that he just checked.
But even beyond that, though, you have Desert as a crystal. You can complete it. It's a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it. Go do it. Go get your flute.
Interesting. Multiple runners with the interesting Ice Palace play.
At 2 very different points in the games. And the other runner, GFE, picking up his Tempered Sword.
Fear Agent skip left side of Misery Mire?
I didn't see him over there, but I started watching the other runners.
Yeah.
I think he got through this dungeon too fast and not have skipped it. There are not a lot of items in Mire. There are only 2 items, so it could be he just found 1 or 2 and he's just...
Yeah, I mean, there's still a ton of things he could be checking. Not a ton, but like for potentially 1 item on the left side of Misery Mire that takes a hot minute, I could see the justification behind skipping it.
Yeah, it's also, even then, if you go to the back first and you manage to find an item here, which he doesn't, you can also find out, oh, okay, I don't have to do left side, but compass is not great. There's some talk about the runners and where they are in the race. The big thing is, the question is, at what point does Fear check Mushroom? Oh yeah, he's going back in. That's what I was saying. See, that was my point, right?
Yeah, that was what you were saying, yeah.
If you go to the back first and you find the item, then you just say, hey, I don't have to be left side. But if you don't find it, you're this short on items. It's still faster than trying to do all of left a lot of the time.
Raids did not. Where was Flute? Was in desert, right?
Desert, yeah. These runners don't.
Yeah.
Vortex hasn't gone to desert. Raids is not going to desert.
Which is fine. Well, which is fine mostly on raids. But like, I understand raids because Swamp Palace is also a crystal, and it has more items in it than desert.
Desert has 1 item. It's a fast track. Just go in. You're right next to the chest. It's not going to be any faster to do desert in Go mode than it is to do swamp in Go mode.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not any faster to do desert in Go mode versus not Go mode. Because you're effectively just 1 room off. Go in, get desert, check it. And then I guess because they don't have Flute because Flute's in there. It takes a while to get over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a hard choice.
Yeah. Toss of a coin. Vortex of Doom certainly doing that ped check.
Oh, little piece of love. Which is probably a green 20 at this point. Maybe not. I don't know how many runners actually
probably
have
is.
green 20s.
When you see multiple runners at 13 hearts, typically that means they're missing the Sanctuary heart. Because that's always in the prize pool somewhere, and it's the 1 heart that does not turn into a green 20 when you reach your 13 heart limit.
Well, we'll see, I guess, in the end. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Vortex now going in the right direction.
Every single one of our runners is at 13, yeah. Yeah, okay, Vortex. Go for it. Yes. You're on the right path. Go get your Flute. Go to Mire. Go get your hookshot.
Now, did we see Fear Agent do Catfish? I can't recall seeing that because it doesn't have the flippers. I'm wondering if this is where we're going to see Fear Agent do Pyramid Ledge to turn into Mushroom and then realize they're in Go mode on their way to Catfish.
I don't know, but Fear Agent going to Pyramid is in the right part of the world. Drop your bomb, find nothing, go northeast. You are 100% on the right track. Yeah, pyramid check. That's a 1 hour, 20-minute pyramid check.
And unfortunately for us, we're not going to see if there's anything super cool or maybe interesting in Swamp Palace because I'm pretty sure Raids is already fully kitted out, other than maybe the heart that will get him to 14. Because everything else is just going to be green 20s, and we know where everything else is, other than Bombos.
Hold on, Vortex doesn't have a flute on his track. Did he? Please tell me he didn't. Please tell me he didn't track Big Chest. Please tell me he tracked Big Chest. Sorry. Okay, yeah, okay, it's up. We're good.
There it is. Is that hour, 20 minutes, and 15 seconds? Is that Fear Agent in go mode?
Yeah, that is go mode. Probably feeling a little bit bad about that.
I don't think too bad.
Just about leaving it there. It hasn't been too much delayed. He is the last runner to pick it up. Did anyone go to Zora?
Yes. There were at least 3 people. I forget exactly who, but there was nothing on Zora.
Oh, wow. So I missed multiple runners going there. Okay.
Maybe it was only 2, but there were 2 people at least who... Oh, you know what I'm thinking? There were 2 people who routed in Mushroom up to Zora when they were doing all of that, and then Fear Agent would have been the 3rd, but he found the flippers before getting there.
Okay, that makes sense, because I think I know when that happened, and I was watching some of the other runners in that moment. But wow, okay.
Yeah, I think it was Vortex and GFE who went there.
So at this point, with that go mode, that does put Fear Agent in the lead between our restreamed runners.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, other than the fact that he doesn't know it yet, I think GFE is also in go mode.
No, hookshot?
Oh, the hookshot. Well, he's about to get the hookshot because it's a Myers bed.
Yes.
He's going to be in go mode in a hot minute.
We got almost sync duck releases on the right side. Both going to be going down in the same spot.
Which is super curious because, again, GFE's routing was wild this seed, and to have them synced up at this point is one of them. Okay, so one of them has a Desert Palace clear over the other.
And remember, Vortex did go into Ice Palace for some reason.
Oh, that's true. Yep. There we go. Go mode, right? Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Hour 22, 30, 31.
Okay. And they both know they're in go mode because they've seen the medallion. So we got 3 of our 4 runners in go mode, and Raids is about to follow suit. Wow, that was 4 different routes in certain ways with certain of those last tracks, but everyone's kind of ending up here simultaneous, except for Fear. Small advantage in time there.
Small advantage in time, followed probably by Vortex and GFE, and then Raids. Yeah, Raids coming in shortly behind them.
Yeah, probably about a minute later.
So to have all of our runners within a 5-minute period of each other, all well run so far, even with some of the clown routing, as our chat likes to refer to it, everyone's doing very well tonight.
Yeah. Big difference here is that two of our runners have not completed desert yet. It is a very fast. Wait. They haven't completed desert yet. Okay.
Yeah. So Raids actually just left desert alone for a while and is going to route both desert and Misery Mire in together. And to answer chat's question, Flute was in Desert Palace.
Yeah. So he went into desert, got the flute, went to activate it, and then went back to desert. Or went to Mire into desert. That's okay. I mean, that's fine. You're there anyways into the mirror. It's not a big deal. It's just okay. I just had a moment of they both got flute and didn't finish the dungeon, but that's fine.
It happens. I mean, there are so many cases where I get the flute and I just abandon whatever I'm doing just to go get it in, so I can like start routing things in together. So I can see the justification behind it.
Oh, it's fine. They went, they got it. They knew they were coming back because they were going to do the Meyer checks anyways. So it's not really a big deal to have lost that.
Yeah, save your time running through desert. Just go and activate the flute, and then just walk that extra few feet in the Meyer area.
Oh, vortex, flipping the rail.
Ooh. The epic fight between the clip and the fire snake. I believe in you, Vortex. There you go.
There it is.
Oh, back up the stairs you go. So all of our runners are in go mode, yeah?
Yep. They were in go mode. What did we get from Argus?
It was, I believe, I want to say it was a small key, but I don't remember exactly what it was. It was junk.
Oh, because there was a comment in chat saying nice bonus from Argus, so I wasn't quite sure.
It might have been like rubies or something. It wasn't anything good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was half magic.
So that
was
definitely
good.
was good. Yeah, that's. I was trying to think of what it could have been, but yeah, half magic is on screen there. The only runner with it. Although GFE will have it in a second.
It's strong, and my friend. Well said, chat.
Half magic is definitely one of those safeties that I am very happy to find.
Yeah, I've been learning spoiler logs recently, and I actually make a specific point to see if I can find half magic and route it in somewhere.
Quick note: 22 items in GT. It's an unofficial game. Take your guesses at what number it's going to be. The big key we're looking for it. 2 items in already. It's not 1 or 2. Chat. Big key guessing game. Unofficial.
Yeah, no cheating.
We got a lot of people. If you found it on someone else's stream, don't give it away. But otherwise, numbers between 3 and 22, because we know it's not 1 or 2. Of course, we get a 1. Why not?
I'm also gonna vote 1.
I always say 8 for whatever that means, but we'll see here. So 3 heart, 4 rubies, 5 is heart. Oh, so you know what? We're still getting pieces of heart. So it's a piece of heart.
It's a piece of heart. So they did find the Sank heart then, yeah.
It's a piece of heart for the last one. So that was 6. Yeah, we're still getting pieces of heart, so we might have 14 hearts at the end of this. I think they only need 1 more. Get it so we can get 14 hearts. Come on, Pure Agent.
Don't do this. Don't do us dirty like that.
I'm pretty sure I saw on someone's screen that they were at half heart. So I think that's a full completion right there. But that's 7 items. 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11, yes.
Oh, spicy. Ether kill.
Just a little bit faster, a little bit easier than walking off the path. Not easy. Once in a while that happens. 12. Yeah, that
Looking
happens.
at the other runners real quick, we've got Vortex of Doom. We've got to finish up Swamp Palace. We've got GFE. Also just got to finish up Swamp Palace. And then we got Raids. Also got to finish up Swamp Palace, but also Desert Palace. So, Raids just 1 dungeon behind the other 2.
As you were doing that recap, Pure Agent accidentally blocked himself in with crystals, which is an enemy to do that with. I believe that was 13. If anyone can confirm that I counted that correctly.
I do see a 13 in chat. So if it is...
We had more than one 13.
Oh, we did.
So, okay, so we got Darth Kagan, and I hope I pronounced that right, and Luke Town 90, both with 13. Congratulations, and you get to say you won tonight.
Congratulations! Your names are said aloud on stream. That's your reward. Enjoy it.
Yep. Due to the number of runners we have, we can't run any official competition for that. But yeah, so we get to get Fear Agent. Oh, did we have another one that I missed? Oh, we did.
Oh, we did Jeff Garrett.
Derek. Sorry about that.
You
get your name said twice because
you
I
got your
missed
name said twice as compensation. We apologize.
double credit. But we do have Fear Agent going up the tower. Raids picking up Desert Crystal and our other two runners in Swamp. That was a nice kill in that room by Fear. That room always kind of gives me, once in a while, gives me some trouble. Always once in a while. That makes sense, right?
It does. And I will have everybody watching. We do have a total of how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 10. We have 10 people. It says at the bottom of my screen.
Yeah,
we have 10 people running total tonight. No one has finished yet. So this could be a race for first place overall by Fear Agent here.
Yep. We will be keeping an eye on that after our first runner also finishes on stream and let you know as other people finish in comparison to our own runners in the event. But yeah. In the event that like our runners keep going and someone finishes in between. But whoop. Fear taking a bit of a fall there. It's okay. It doesn't really waste too much time. I think there's still enough time to finish this, especially with boots. Yep.
Grabbing some magic from Fear Agent.
Yeah, definitely important there. We did have GFE finish a boss fight there. Vortex is on his way up to Ganon's Tower. GFE will be on his way up to Ganon's Tower now.
Yep. As will Raids shortly after they pretty much just do what the other runners did like a minute ago. So, again, still all very close.
Fear has a pretty big size lead here in terms of our restream runners.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did Fear Agent do anything particularly special, or was it just like the Ice Palace plays that kind of put the others behind? Or
I have kind of felt like Fear Agent has been ahead most of the night. Just, I don't know, I had this feeling just based on the checks and the items. I think you're right. The fact that he hasn't done Ice Palace probably makes up a significant difference of the time.
Yeah, and I don't mean to take away...
Yeah,
and I don't mean to take away from, because Chad's pointing it out, I don't mean to take away from the fact that Fear Agent has obviously also executed incredibly well, as all of the other runners have, but...
You mean like that Aga 2 fight?
Yeah, exactly. What Aga 2 fight? That was Aga. Was that Aga 1? Aga 2? I don't know. I just see a dead Aga. That's the one I put my tracker when I kill Aga 1.
Yeah, no, I think, like, as I said, I feel like I felt that Fear Agent has Dark Magician strats on Vortex's side, going the top left room and then right side. But I just kind of all game I felt like Fear Agent was just a little bit ahead of the other runners, but it's really hard to tell in a rando until you get to the end.
Yeah, agreed.
So just really good, you know what, it's really good execution on Fear's side, but it's really good execution on all our runners' side.
Ooh, we're going for something spicy up here. Oh, That makes a lot more sense. I was like, are they going to try to double like spin like behind Ganon or something? Oh, this is new. No, it's just going to whip out the cape and just hack and slash.
We do have a question to answer that was asked in chat. I think there may be multiple viewers wondering. This is a hard pool race, so there are no silver arrows anywhere. This does require a silverless cannon to fight.
No silver arrows, no gold sword, and no mail that is not green. We're all wearing green mail.
Because you have to wear some sort of mail. You can't just walk around with no mail.
I mean, unless you're that one Link sprite. And you have a green leaf.
I'm going to have to look that up after. I think I've actually seen one. But, and that hit right there kind of tells, ooh, torch push. That was, maybe,
I believe Fear Agent still has the fairy in the bottle from the Waterfall Fairy. No, he never made it that far because he got the flippers. We're getting there. So Fear Agent just playing it cool for now. Oh, they have blue potion.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Vortex is going like full right, going straight to Ice Armos. That's gonna put his big key almost one of his last checks.
Could be feeling behind, but let's see.
Is GFE doing the same thing?
GFE is indeed doing the same thing.
Now I don't know if he went top left room. I don't know if he did the Dark Magician strat or if he just is going full right first, but we got two runners going full right side.
I like it. I like those random plays that just like add a little bit of spice to the run.
I think Vortex is going to be left with like 3 items. Okay, 4 items. Which room? Yeah, he'll have rando room and tile room. It's about it. 5 items.
By the way,
and that's a completion for Fear Agent. As we're talking about everyone else looking for Big Key.
Your GG's in chat. Woo! And with an official race time.
Oh,
what?
I was going to say, yeah, Fear Agent with 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 57 seconds. Coming in second place, being beat out by Plasma Kappa with 1:36.38. There is a 19-second difference between first and second.
Very, very
those. You think those 2 or 3 falls that happened throughout the climb, a few small things, that's all it was. That's super tight. Wow. So yeah, we do have Vortex picking up the big key. GFE is on his way to the right side, and we do have.
You're getting set up. We'll have Fear Agent in here in a moment.
Oh, wow. That's a tight finish. 19. Oh, Edium has also finished in 3rd place. 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 22 seconds. A minute and 25 seconds behind Fear Agent.
We do have Fear Agent joining us. GG.
Hey, GG's.
Oh. How are you feeling at the end of the race?
Terrible. That Ganon, an abomination, man. That was so bad. I don't know what was going on. I completely lost control and I couldn't recover, but whatever.
From the on-stream racers, you had a little bit of an advantage from the start. You actually did keep it throughout the entire race. We had 2 of our runners actually both dipped Ice Palace. One
that seems to.
And 1 late.
I don't know why you'd ever go to Ice Palace in the seed. I guess maybe if you get flippers early. I think I felt a little lucky with flippers being go mode. The only thing that I feel like I would have changed, and as I activated my flute, I was like, do I just go turn in the mushroom really quick, or do I just go to Mire? I'm like, flips are probably just in Mire, so let's just do that and skip mushroom. And if I do mushroom first, then I'm hookshot go mode, and I save a lot more time because I don't do Pyramid Fairy, and I don't go back into Mire. I don't do checkerboard. So there's a lot of time to be saved there. So that was like the only thing that I wish I could have done. I mean, in retrospect, obviously, if I had known,
hindsight 20/20.
totally. Like of course, I feel like Meyer was probably right play still, but I mean, my Ganon fight and not checking Mushroom before Meyer, I think were the only two things I felt really bad about.
With our, I'm just going to jump in here and back to the stream quickly for a second. With our last runner on the final climb on the restream, you have our 4th place finisher, Radical Sniper, in 4th place. But yeah, we actually had one of our runners, and I have to ask them to get on the stream. We actually had somebody do Ice Palace before Village of Outcast.
Was that GFE?
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble.
Oh, yeah, it was GFE.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just GFE being stupid. That's all. I mean, he was just.
Yeah, GFE was like right up there with you doing Skull Width at the same time, and then just went straight to Ice Palace.
Yeah, whereas without Hammer, because Hammer was in Village of Outcast. So at
Yeah,
one point,
I mean that makes zero
it,
sense.
Yeah, as he was getting to that Hammer lock chest on the right side, we're both looking at it going, does he not have the Hammer? Wasn't that in C-shaped house?
Yeah, it's totally free. And that's what he gets.
He gets what he deserves.
Yeah.
We did also see Raids eventually. Was it Raids or Vortex who hopped in there? Was it Vortex, wasn't it?
Vortex hopped in late.
Vortex hopped in there before.
What were they looking?
No,
what were they
before
looking
Desert.
for?
He hopped in.
Did he have flippers? Did he have flippers at that point?
He did have.
Yes.
Flippers. Everyone had.
Oh,
Flippers.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were the
So
last of flippers. By,
oh, okay.
By I think you put a little bit of time there. There was a bit.
Was I the first one into Turtle Rock, or was there someone else that beat me?
You were the first one.
You were first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I felt like you just routed it pretty straightforward. It seems pretty like you just kind of go in a circle. So.
And I think as a result, it did feel like you were a little bit ahead the entire time. As we were mentioning that, like with Rando, it's hard to know sometimes. But just had that little bit of a feeling. We do have Vortex approaching the Moldorm 2 fight, and GFE fewer was behind. It's going to be a tight finish between the two of them. They've been tight for a while. We do have our 5th place finisher in Oro. This was, overall, it was a pretty tight race. Like, top 5 were within 6 minutes of each other.
Yeah, we got so much stuff early, and then it was just a couple of spots that had all the progression. Like Pod had your medallions, Turtle Rock had your boots, got you your flute, and then the flippers were just there. Hookshot was locked behind that flute, so I felt like after I got the hammer, it was like forever until I got like decent progression, because you did the Smith chain all the way down to Desert and was boots locked there, and then I went to Pod and only got those medallions, and then went up to the mountain, and I couldn't believe that there was nothing on Death Mountain, like, at all.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a little surprising.
GFE, I think most of the other runners felt the same way. They all cleared everything up. You guys were all like in Turtle Rock. The other 3 were all in Turtle Rock at the same exact time, because you had all cleared the same exact stuff. You had to write everything out other than behind what the hammer could have given you at that point.
Right. Yeah.
Meanwhile, GFE was doing Ice Palace and full clearing Thieves Town.
Oh yeah, there was a full clear of Thieves Town.
There's a full clear of
So,
Thieves Town as well.
Vortex and GFE have completed their Aga 2 fight with raids on Moldorm. Raids taking fall on Moldorm.
Yeah, GFE and Vortex entering the Ganon fight pretty much at the same time, more or less. This could be a very close race between those two. Very good double spins coming from GFE. Vortex are already on to phase 3.
And Vortex had a few second lead coming in again, and he's keeping it so far.
Ooh, the fire
Vortex,
bat's
look at
almost.
the health bar.
Ooh, boy, spicy.
No potions. 1 heart. Raids entering Agatu as everybody's watching this one heart Ganon fight. Yeah, I did notice that GFE found the 12th heart somewhere. He didn't get the last heart piece. Must have been that roading of Thieves Down.
It could have been the torch.
Did he pick up the torch though?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we were noticing on that one actually, Vortex, that you had 3/4 of the last heart. The last heart piece that you walked past on the torch would have been 14. Oh, it's half a heart. Must have been someone else on 3/4 of a heart.
Chat lied to us? Kidding, chat.
Vortex doing very well with this one heart fight, and Raids have joined our other runners on Ganon. We got a 3-screen Ganon here. And as they say that it becomes a 2-screen Ganon, get your GGs in chat for Vortex of Doom.
I mean, it could be a 3 Ganon fight again. He could fail to walk across the bridge. I know we all like to joke about it. It could happen.
It does happen once in a blue moon, and it is terrible, but it doesn't today. And Vortex finishes with the time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 47 seconds.
But maybe GFE, and yes, get your GGs out for both Vortex and GFE, because GFE also walked across the bridge, no problem whatsoever.
GFE got a flat 1 hour and 46 minutes, 0 seconds.
I can't wait to make fun of GFE.
We do have Vortex and GFE that are going to be joining us in one moment, but I think we're just going to finish up with our Raids fight quickly. Give him the attention in his last phase. We do have them, Vortex and GFE joining. GG's. We're just letting Raids here finish up
GG's.
Raids is about to finish, so we're going to let them finish, and then we'll have all 3 of you in here for an interview. We have questions about Ice Palace.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
And
Oh, torch was up. We're okay.
Got this Raids.
Almost done.
Going for the triples.
Slightly too a little off time. It is a very tight window to get the actual damage done on Ganon. Thankfully, the spin takes a lot of frames, so it feels like it's not that precise.
Yeah. But if you do release a little too early, you get the little blue Ganon.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a couple cape spins in. Shaved like
yes, we saw
2
that,
seconds
yeah.
off.
That is good. Raids does take down Ganon. And again, assuming no major walk-off the path error at the end here, will finish. And yes, finish. Get your GGs in chat. And Raids finishes with a time of 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 9 seconds. Thank you for giving that time, Vortex and GFE. GGs. What did you think of the season?
I think it
thought the
was
seed
really
went exactly as I planned it.
same, especially GT.
GG Raids joining us as well. But continue. All 3 of you, thoughts on the season?
GG Raids.
GG.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a really straightforward seed. If you just, you're like, well, I've got 2 medallions, let's go for TR. But instead I was like, well, let's see if we can put off the mountain. So I did Pyramid Fairy instead. And of course, Boots can't just unlock Go Mode in a chain when you need 2, possibly 3 things still. So let's take a look at Ice Palace quick. And nope, of course. Of course.
But did you do hammerless knights?
Yeah,
Ice
I
Palace
want
quick.
to hear GFE.
GFE, you did Ice Palace before Village of Outcasts.
I mean, I promised clown routing.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't consider it, because I did.
No, you don't do. I mean, that's even clowns like Julo would make fun of you because that's beyond clownage. Like, there makes no sense to do hammerless ice palace before Village of Outcast, especially when you're in Skull Woods.
I think I don't need items, or I don't need to finish ice, so let's just YOLO a Galaxy Brain play.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's like, somebody's not going to do that. And when you're on Restream, sometimes you want to do something that someone else isn't going to do. So I ran out of arrows in Mimic Clip GT, for instance. That actually wasn't intentional. That was a little too deadpan. But yeah, no, I get it, GFE. Like, that, it makes...
To be honest,
That's why these big races are really dumb, especially for qualifiers, because in the 9% or 8% chance that GFE actually big brain the hammer, he blows everyone away. It's like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. In a qualifier, unless I've already got good scores on there, I'm never routing like that. But to be honest, it's just not going to happen. And I was tempted to clown and just fake flipper into ice, but that's stupid. So when I went over to catfish and turned into mushroom and found flippers that just pushed me over the edge, I was like, okay, let's do it.
That was definitely the earliest flippers. Everyone else took a while later to get over there.
I thought I had them fairly early.
How early did you? Not too far behind. It was Fear Agent who got them as their go mode.
Oh wow. Okay,
yeah, I could see that.
That's clown.
Completely.
That's clown stuff too.
Oh, what's clown about that?
I mean, sort of, but mushroom, like, you got mushroom and you were thinking about it, but then Moon Pearl hits and you got to follow that. And TR was calling hard. And you never have flute to turn it in easily.
I don't remember where did we get the mushroom at?
That was in Hera too.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you get the Moon Pearl, and then like I had Dark World access. So it's like, do I walk over to turn in my mushroom, or do I do all of the Dark World? I don't think that's like I don't think there's anything clownish about that. The only thing if flute were available, then yeah, that's a little crazy, but not in this case. The only thing I wish that I did, because I didn't turn it in right after flute, is I went to Meyer first, and so I ended up doing a couple more checks and then getting the flippers. I wish I had checked it before. I thought about it, but I didn't.
Yeah. Also, feels bad to lose by a few seconds after doing full Dark Magician. Minus towering.
Me too.
I thought about towering. Oh, you did too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we were commenting on that. We were going, wow, we got two people doing it almost simultaneously on screen. Full Dark Magician.
Back to back, yeah.
That's really funny. But yeah, then I ran out of arrows. I had 3 for Mimics too. I should have just killed one and Mimic clipped the other, but I Mimic clipped both of them.
The thing about when you go full clown route is once you start, you kind of have to continue. So I kind of had to do Back of Thieves after I did Ice.
Yeah, I was actually commenting on that. I was like,
so that was fun too.
Ice Palace that early, like, I saw you starting to walk into Village of Outcasts. I was like, oh, he's gonna go all the way into Thieves Town, isn't he? And sure enough, you went all the way.
I mean, at least I stayed away from the one other clown thing I could have, which was to dip Swamp Palace.
I thought hard about doing that because I had put off Desert so long. I seriously considered just diving into Swamp, hopefully pulling Flute or something, but I decided not to.
I think Raids is the one.
If you follow what the seed's trying to tell you,
I know Swamp.
Then the seed's free, because Turtle Rock was screaming from the begining. Like, if I'd have had a way over there, my first time up the mountain, I'm doing it. If
I may interrupt, we haven't heard a lot from Raids yet. Raids, you said you dip Swamp. What did you think of the seed?
If I'd paid more attention, it probably would have been a little bit more straightforward. But that dive into desert early to find out if it was boost locked. It made me not want to go back for the flute for way too long.
Really,
Same.
see, when I did that early dip, and I was like, oh man, the book has got me nothing. I'm going right back to desert. So there's still that one item that's been selected. So that was kind of my big brain play there.
Yeah, I made the exact opposite call. I was like, I'm not going back. There's only one item.
Yeah, because I really wanted to have flute and combo it that way.
Yeah.
We actually had two runners. I think it was GFE and Raids, I'm not sure. That got the flute, left, activated the flute, and came back to finish desert with Meyer.
Yes.
That's actually super smart.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Like I was already
yourself
prepared
some
to do that. Like I was like, if this is flute, I'm gone. Save a few seconds, not a lot. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it was basic last location aside from a small dip.
I skipped back a Thieves because I had skipped it. Like I dipped the front before. If I had done all the village checks before dipping the front four, I probably would have done the back. But as it was, I just was like,
hammer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I dipped the front four, then I got hammer, and then I was like, well,
Gotcha.
I'm not going back in. And since I hadn't done that because it was green pendant thieves with 3 items in back, when I checked PED after, so I went to Ice Palace and I went through the big key door without having an extra small key. I'd already gotten all 3 items. I was just hedging against PED, right? But I didn't have a key, and instead of like going and getting one, I just left. But I checked PED to see how screwed I was after doing Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb before heading back to Desert, which I kind of regret. It was a coward's play, but
Who else was disappointed that we got a sword in Escape? I was.
I was.
I was a little disappointed.
I'm pretty sure we all
Yeah,
were.
that was disappointing. I always want something a little more interesting.
Yeah, from a caster and viewer perspective, I think we were hoping for something a little bit more fun to watch.
Yeah, I want
Interesting
to
to
guys
watch.
farm the mice with bombs.
How many people did anyone leave without bombs?
I think everybody got access to the backup entrance.
Okay. Like I barely did. Like those first like 6 rats up in the corner, I got 1 drop and it was a heart. I was like, I'm not gonna farm anymore. And then I got a fairy drop and I was like, oh man, and got my bombs on the last rat left.
Yep.
Yeah, I really considered not even trying to farm because we got that glove.
Yeah.
But the rats were really nice for me, so I just kept killing them. I wasn't gonna try any extra. I just killed the ones on the way, and it got me enough.
We have another one of our runners from the daily who wasn't restreamed in chat. Radical Sniper saying he did not get his bomb during his escape and had to come back later.
Yeah, I mean, I could see you not. It's just bad RNG.
Yeah, bad RNG. It's a 50% drop on that particular prize pack, right? For each rat to get further towards the bomb.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like I got lucky with because there's that whole pack of rats in the top right corner.
The rats. I saw you hit all the rats at the same time, like every single one.
Yeah, I feel like I
got 1 drop from that
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah, I was pretty sure. I was like,
kill
oh, this is nice.
Kill those in the corner because I had the gloves. I was just gonna kill the ones on the way, see if they were in a good prize pack. But
I mean, the one good thing I can say, despite my clown route, was at least I farmed Hitsuyan. Fear Agent was exactly right.
I'm always glad to farm Hitsu. Thank you, Hitsu. Ever so kind and an individual.
He probably got his flippers late and just quit. That's
flippers are flute. Honestly, I think it was.
I mean, I guess Fear Agent called that flute pretty well, but I can't see you getting it early. Like,
I didn't
TR was home, but
I didn't get. It wasn't early. It was definitely like
Well, I meant comparatively. Yeah.
So I do want to say we have been going for 2 hours. We are not in a rush to get out, but if we have any closing statements before we close down the stream, we'd love to hear them. But thank you all for putting on a show for us. And again, GG's on your matches. Any final statements from you guys?
I'm just glad that Fear Agent came out of retirement.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Good show too.
Yeah, it feels good to race again after a month off. So don't watch my Ganon fight. That's my last thing.
All right. So if you're watching the recording, just cut it right before there, and you'll be like, that was a good race.
Unfortunately, they're going to see this after that. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Well, we have editors, right? We have okay.
But on a serious note, just really appreciate the trackers for this, Professor Pixie and Artero. And thanks to you guys for the commentary. Look forward to your thoughts on everyone's route. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Despite joking around and saying it's rando, it's never fun. I mean, it is. You just gotta have fun with it, win or lose.
Very well said. Thank you.
I can agree with all
Yeah.
of it because I'm very used to losing at this point.
Yeah, I'm glad 3 of us gave a good competitive show, and Fear Agent had to ruin it by going fast. But yeah, thanks everyone for putting this on, and thanks everyone who raced for a good race. So
Yeah. Well, very good. Thank you, everybody who raced, who's hanging out here, for joining us for the Post Interviews. And thank you, everybody who has been watching. Thank you for supporting the channel and just being a member of A Link to the Past Randomizer community. It's a fun time, as you saw here tonight, us being goobers and clown routing and all. So I'm going to hand it off to Zethno to close us out. But again, GG's to everyone, and to everyone else, good night from me.
Yeah, so I'll echo that. I will say that if you've had a good time, please do give the runners a follow. It does support them. I want to thank, as mentioned earlier, Arterell and Professor Pixie for being our trackers today, because really commentating these races without our trackers would be extremely difficult. I want to thank Slumberjack for commentating with me. I've been Zethno, and if you're interested in watching more of these, please do remember to follow the Speed Gaming channel, the one we're on, and Speed Gaming's 2 through 6. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed your time here with us, and hope to see you next time.